Yo, what's the word of Sleepy Hallow when you watching HotNewHipHop on the come up? Going crazy, like he's different. Like he ain't like he don't like pursue the same things a lot of artists pursue. Like he trying to come different in every aspect. I don't know if it's just because I'm from here, but like I just feel like my city is just more convenient for me. Like everything I grew up, like this stuff, like it could be as simple as like your corner store being right on the corner. You could just go right there. For me, like I done been to other places. You gotta drive mad far to go to stores. Like that should be wild. Like right, a corner store, bacon, egg, and cheese. I need that. High school, I was living out here. Well, my high school I went to in Queens because like my crib had burnt down in Brooklyn, so I moved to Queens for like a year. I was going to high school out there, so me going to school out there, I ain't really fuck with nobody out there, so I used to have to get on a train, come back to Brooklyn, chill with the homies, then go back to the crib. So it was like, for a whole year, it was just back and forth. I only went to high school up until like going to like 10th grade. I ain't going no more. I felt like I had more like, other people probably wouldn't think the same, but I felt like I had better stuff to do than being in school and shit. Like, I could make a life for myself in the street or whatever, just not in school. I feel like I'm smart, like in my own, like probably like school-wise, I couldn't really function in like classroom, like writing and shit. I could write, I could make some shit sound good. Art, I used to like to draw and shit. So like, other than that, like that shit was just trouble. The only award I probably ever got in school was most improved, and I don't think that's too good. That just means you ain't as bad as you was before. Nigga, you alright now. You improved. Yeah, I showed some type of progress, but it was like a point like I got left back. Teachers told me like, yo, you do your thing. Like middle of the year, we put you in the next grade. So that used to make niggas like, bad, I ain't trying to be left back. We try to stir you up. But it's like, it got to the middle of the year and it's like, you're not in the next grade. So, and I don't even think I even did good enough to be put in the next grade. So it was just like, nah, fuck it. Like Sunday, I just remember Sunday, you just get like, I don't even know, like, word. I really remember like my brother playing music. Like he used to listen to like he used to play Jamaican music. Like everything that was like hot, everything that was like lit from our generation. Like back then, like that's like Young Money was lit for us. I'm still young, so like probably when Drake was. Like, I won't say just like getting OD, but probably like that time, like Young Money time, that's when I really like looking at music and shit, really seeing. That's probably when I decided I wanted to do music, around that time, when all that shit was going on. I came over here when I was 5. I don't really remember too much from Jamaica though. I just remember like weird shit. I remember like the principal, like, you get in trouble in places like that, like, principal, like, they could beat you and shit. I just remember, like, going to son. I just remember him telling me, put my hand out. Me and my, like, cousin, I think, something like that. That's all I remember. That belt, shit was like this thick. Wide, I mean, cool. Then I remember, like, being in the crib and making, like, these little paper boats and, like, making them, like, run down the side of the crib. That's the only 2 things I really remember. When I first came out, it was straight drill, so it's like, this nigga going from this to making this shit, but they like this, the new shit I do too, they like it. And I'm even getting more, I say I got more further with the shit I do now and doing the drill. So like, the fact that this something I've been wanting to do, like really make like artist type music, so I'll fuck with it, so it's like, I always do the drill, of course, but it's definitely more global. Like even my old fans, they're like, yo, new shit fire. They'll probably say they want some drill, but they'll never like discredit the new shit. They'll probably just say, yo, add a drill song to the album. Mm-hmm. Kendrick, that was like weird. Everybody, when I tell them that, be like, that's weird, but like, for me, it was like, I don't know, a lot of his shit just stuck with me, cause like I could relate, like especially when he was doing like that whole, like that Mad City shit, that was my shit. I ain't gonna front. It's more of me like relating to shit though, so it's like, was it even on that? I don't wanna say wrong. I think Peer Pressure or something like that. Was that on that?
The Art of Peer Pressure?
Yeah, I ain't gonna front, cause that's like, that shit niggas don't talk about. That shit is real, like, even in like, it's I say more in the street. That's why I really, it's like peer pressure. That shit is there. And some people be going through that shit and they don't even know. They be thinking they acting a certain way. That's not true. That don't even be them. It be like they cry. You feel me? So that shit stuck with me. OD. It make you like think like, damn, I'm on this. Feel me? That was another thing, like, that's me staring away from the gangster shit and doing like, when J. Cole probably dropped You Got a Good Thing, what's that shit called? You don't see you again. And I probably even, when I started rapping, I used to just like listen to mad songs and try to like write remixes. I probably did that shit because that shit was like, that shit was different to me. Like, he talking about some shit, like, and it ain't even no drill, but it's still fighting me. So that's wavy. Driller forever. That was my life. Like, I just was talking about my life. I used to listen to drill rappers too, though. Like, of course, especially like Keith, LA, Capone, like all of them. So it was like, that shit was like traditional for us. Like, this is where we come from. Why not? Hosting to job, I think like one of my teachers, I think it was like summertime, he used to tell me like, yo, pull up, help him, some shit. And I think he used to give me bread for that shit. That was probably like, yeah, that was probably my closest thing to a job. He wasn't really like a teacher though. He just in the school and shit. He was mad cool, so I'm like, bet. My son. Like, yeah, that's the only thing, like, so closest thing to a job. That should be different, cause it's like, but in the beginning we used to like make like, we used to go on YouTube, take a beat and just like rap. The beat is already structured, you can't edit the beat, you could probably do drops and shit. But now like we got our own producer, so we literally like, we could talk and say like, yo, you know this sound? Yeah, make this sound do like this or whatever, you feel me? Like, so it's like we like kind of co-producing the beats too, so I don't know. For me though, it's like the samples. The samples was always fire from when I was young. I used to hear that shit. I don't know what they call it. I used to hear that something like, yo, that shit fire. So now I'm a rapper now, so I try to do it in my own ways. Like how like the deep end shit, the melody sounds like, some people say that shit sound like the sample, they say it sounds soothing. So I'm like, but the way I came on the track was like, it wasn't soothing, so it was like, I don't know how, but that shit just blended perfectly. My thought be like, I don't want to sound how I sound on my last like song, or even if it's like, say I did deep in freestyle, so I use the melody, drums, whatever. If I'm doing the same thing, like I'm trying to do a freestyle, but I'm using the melody, drums, I will have to be like, I cannot sound the same. I can't even, like, at all. The whole flow just gotta be different, because I don't want to, feel me? Like, that's one thing fans hate too. Like, they don't want to keep hearing the same flow, the same. So, if I can master switching up the flow every song and having it sound good, because you can switch the flow and that shit can be ass. I feel like I get far with that shit. Like when her shit first dropped, my shit that went crazy. I was fucking with it. Like I put like a couple of my mains onto that shit. People around me. That shit was alright. I fuck with that shit. So when the remix came up, I ain't really know who to use. She came up in the conversation. I'm like, yeah. So I heard, I'm like, yeah, fire. I feel like she would have worked on that shit. I mean, yeah, cause like the more, like that's the more people that's tuning into you. That's the more people that's seeing you. That's new fans who don't want new fans. That's like everybody. Any rapper would want the whole world to be fans if they had a way to make the whole world fans. You know what I mean? Like everybody not gonna be a fan of you. So the numbers do matter. That's what counts. That's what gets. That's what makes the money. That's everything. After the first one, it was just like, he just called it panic, because it was just like niggas was panicking. Not us, but like, niggas was panicking. So he just said, yo, panic. And like, after we did another song, it was just like, it had like a little back and forth in it. So that would be like, all right, me and Sheff, and we do the back and forth. That was like the panic. That's what really made it panic. Like, so anytime that would happen in a song, I would always have that, like, I would always want to be like, yo, it could be like panic on, you know? But we made that decision together to put that shit. After that, we just, if we bug out on a track, a drill track, we bug out, it's just like, nah, we went too crazy, this panic. If it was like a song where like hook, verse, then it was just like a regular song. But anything back to back, we make the like panic record. He good. Free Sheff too, right? He good though, he chilling. I mean, I speak to him every day, almost every day. Me and bro, we love to support it. Like from this shit started. Sometimes like we be together, we just like go through comments and shit, and that's what kept us rapping. The good comments, like, nah, we gotta keep going, bro. Because of them. Because of y'all, fans. Just gotta keep supporting my boy. He be home soon. He gonna still be dropping heat too, so it ain't like he ain't too far. New heat, more like, I don't know, like I'm gonna be experimenting a lot, so expect the flow to get crazy, all types of shit. Couple features probably. Then I'm going on tour on probably like the end of October. Like 29 cities, the Still Sleep tour.